YouTube, welcome back to the Thomas Gallery, and today got a little bit of a funny story. This is about scary movies, and in the spirit of upcoming Halloween, I thought it was only right that I share a few of them with you. Right? It's actually two stories in one. Right? Now, I'm not really afraid of scary movies. I was never really afraid of Jason's and Freddy Krueger and Child's Play and Michael Myers. Not really. But there are two. There were. They're not anymore. There were two particular movies that used to scare the hell out of me. Excuse my language, but Jesus. Um, the first one. The first one wasn't even a horror movie. It was actually like it was actually like a fantasy movie, kind of like a Lord of the Rings type thing. All right. There was this movie named Legend. Those who old enough remember a movie named Legend. It was when like it was a movie with Tom Cruise in it. He was really young, really young, and the movie was just this big red looking devil dude with the big black horns, like they come like that. Yeah, well, that dude, that devil looking dude used to scare me out of my skin. So I was younger. I don't know if I was dreaming this or it's probably happening for real. But I was younger. I went into my parents' room just to see where they were. Just being a kid, just walking around the house. And when I went to my parents' room, that movie was on. Legends, the movie was on, and all I could see was the red dude's face. Just like right, first thing I seen was the red dude's face, right? So I'm freaking out, calling for my mother, right? I run down the stairs to the living room, screaming out, "Ma, ma, ma!" I go into the living room. The TV in the living room had the same movie on, so I'm freaking out again, freaking out again. I go in the basement. Ma, 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 ma. I go in the basement. The TV in the basement has the same movie on. Okay? Now, imagine being a kid, like maybe 5, 6 years old, losing my mind. Losing my mind at the sight of this red devil looking thing with the big black horns and stuff. Upstairs in my mother's room, the movie's on. In the living room, the movie's on. In the basement, the movie's on. So I run screaming out the basement, still screaming for my mother. Ma, ma, ma. I go back to the living room. That movie's on again. I freak out. I'm running all over the house screaming for my mother. My mother's in the house now, but she's not answering. I go in the basement again, screaming out, "Ma, ma, ma." I go to the other side of the basement. She's in the basement ironing clothes, looking at me laughing. I said, "Mom, what happened? I called you." She's like, "Well, I answered you, but you were too busy screaming. You couldn't hear me." So, so I calmed down. I turned the channel. Every TV in the house that had that movie on, I turned that channel. Now, obviously, I'm much older now, so that movie doesn't bother me at all. And I can watch it now with no problem and just laugh because every time I tell that story, I think to myself, I can't believe I actually scared of this thing. But those who remember that movie Legend with a young Tom Cruise know the little devil dude I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. The second movie I was afraid of could be technically identified as a horror movie or a mini movie, but Michael Jackson Thriller. Again, for those who are old enough, remember that along with the video, along with the song, he didn't make a video. He made like a short movie that came on VHS with him with the red leather jacket with the zippers and stuff, with surrounded by all the zombies. Yeah, he had the VHS tape that showed the actual movie and behind the scenes and stuff. Yeah, so I don't know whether or not it was the zombie stuff or the werewolf stuff. I don't know. All I know is when that movie came on, you couldn't get me to stay in that room. I used to be scared out of my mind of Thriller. I was more afraid of Thriller than I was of the movie with the Red Devil dude. So much so that my cousins, my twin cousins, used to tease me and chase me around with the movie case. You want to watch Thriller? You want to watch Thriller? Huh? Want to watch Thriller? I'm like, no, no, I want to watch Thriller, no. I don't. To this day, I actually don't know why I was afraid of that movie. I don't know I was afraid of that movie. All I know is my cousins used to chase me around and tease me, but about with the movie case. You want to watch Thriller? Huh? You want to watch Thriller? And the thing is, the weird thing about it is, I love Michael Jackson. When I was a little kid, I was the one. You know, how every family got that one kid who was doing a Michael Jackson dance. I was the kid doing a Michael Jackson dance. Okay, I was doing the Michael Jackson dance. So, so I don't know why I was afraid. I actually did all this move. I did the kick and the spin and the thriller and the Michael. I did all that, but I was afraid of Thriller. So yeah. Now, of course, I can watch the movie, the mini movie, and the album and the video and appreciate it now. But at that time, I did not care about it being a great album, how many records it sold, how many hits it had. All I know is when that mini movie came on, I was gone, and you weren't gonna see me again until that movie was no longer playing. I ain't care how much I love Michael Jackson. I ain't care how much I could moonwalk, kick, spin, hee hee, all that stuff, stand on my toes. When that movie came on, me and Michael Jackson had beef, and I was gone. That's it. So yeah, those are my two little funny, scary stories from my childhood. Do I have any movies that I'm afraid of now? No. There are movies that creep me out, like certain scenes in certain movies that creep me out, but not something that scares me. Those are the only two movies that scared me as a child, and one of them wasn't even a horror movie. One of them was a fantasy movie, and the other one was a music mini movie. So, could you call that a horror movie then? I don't know. But yeah, Jesus. So yeah, in the spirit of Halloween, those are my two scary movie stories. And like I said, I don't. There aren't there aren't movies that really frighten me. You have movies that have like suspenseful scenes, like they're not scary scenes, but they're suspenseful. They go jump scenes and make you jump up, but nothing actually puts fear in you and scare you. No, I was never a fan of Child's Play as a child. I never saw the point of being afraid of a toy. I no that never bothered me. Um, Michael Myers. I think because Michael Myers had to compete with Jason and Freddy, it didn't get the shine that it would have gotten normally. My three favorite horror movies actually were Nightmare on Elm Street, the Jason movies, and Hellraiser. Pinhead was man. Pinhead was just funny. Pinhead was just funny to me. That's why I liked it. Pinhead and Freddy Krueger being comical, but and Jason just no matter how fast you ran, Jason would walk you down and be right in front of you and chop your body into 15 pieces and scatter them all across Crystal Lake. But yeah, but that no, I'm not horror movies. No, there are no horror movies now. They don't to me they don't make horror movies the same way they used to. It's nothing that actually scares me. Besides the fact that I actually know the difference now. I'm not a child, so I know the difference between what's scary and what's make believe and what's real. You know, they have real life stuff that scare me more than a horror movie. And horror movies, no, I'm not afraid anymore. So that's my little story. Comment down below. Share it if you want to. Let me know what your scary movies are. Any moments that scared you. All right. Peace.